You know, I've never seen the figures, but I'm betting that a substantial portion of the pheasant harvest takes place during the first week to 10 days of the pheasant season. Hi, I'm Tony Dean. I want to welcome you to our show today, and I think we have a good one for you. We're going to talk late season pheasant hunting, and I'll tell you, I think the vast majority of hunters who quit pheasant hunting after the opening weekend or the opening 10 days of it are missing the most exciting pheasant hunting of the year. Later in the year, the birds bunch up. They get wilder because there's a lot more eyes and ears out there watching and listening to you. And sometimes the big equalizer is a good bird dog, or several. Stay where you're at. You'll meet our special guests just ahead.
Well, this might be about pheasants, but it's also about hunters and dogs. But it's also about two men who love to hunt, bought a farm that was geared to all-out production, in essence taking a paved parking lot and turning it into a hunting paradise.
Started with habitat. It just was not any bird habitat around here when we started.
There was no nesting cover. There was very little habitat when we bought the place. And now we've put in acres of nesting cover. We've put in around 58,000 trees we've planted in the last 6 years. We put in some dugouts for water, and we're putting open areas like 15 to 20 acres blocks of grass for nesting cover in the summertime, and our crops stay in all winter. We don't take anything out, so the birds have habitat in the wintertime and then nesting cover in the summertime.
It took a lot of planning as far as getting the nesting covers and the food plots and the different trees and things we've done over the years. But it really starts with habitat. You know, if you build a quality habitat, you're going to have birds. It's just that simple.
Skunks and coons and fox are big predators. I mean, you got to have it's a constant thing you got to do. I mean, if you get rid of those guys, the birds have a lot better nesting success in the spring. I mean, you'll see the brood with the predator control that we've done since we bought the place, the numbers have went way down because we do it constantly. The broods we see in the springtime, 8 to 10 birds, and normally towards the fall you'll still see 6 to 8 with those hens when they get bigger, so you know the predators aren't out there to get those in the nest.
And the cover is superb with waist-high switchgrass common.
Rooster, rooster, good shot. A triple, all right. Fetch up, Maggie, fetch it up. Fetch it up, Patch. Fetch it up. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. Nice triple, guys. There's one I think just got the wing.
One dead ahead of us.
There.
I think they'll get that one.
The switchgrass is superb nesting cover, but it also provides terrific cover in the autumn.
What happens this time of the year, the birds really start to flock up and get into bigger coveys later in the year, and it's really tough to get up on them. You try to get in amongst them and split the big coveys up, or big flocks of them up, so you can go out and actually hunt them. They don't hold as well. There's so many eyes and ears, they can hear you coming, and once one starts to go, it seems like it pulls the rest of them with them. About right in there where that bird went down.
She got it.
All right.
Good girl, good girl.
Dog.
Hey, we got
Good
it, we
dog.
got it. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good girl.
It was hit harder than I thought it was then. 'Cause I thought it was just a wing on it, and it was dead there. Good dog. Oh, another one.
Good shot, Mark.
Good shot.
Well, I think the number of birds is the biggest difference with late season. If you want to see hundreds of birds flushing out of strips, late season is the time you're going to see that. That's probably the most fun, is just seeing the number of birds. And of course, it's quite a bit more challenging late season. But if you want to see large number of birds, late season's the time to do it.
Good shot.
Rooster!
Good shot.
Good shot.
Whoop, here's a dead rooster. No, it's not dead. Here's our cripple.
Your cripple in there?
I got our cripple.
Pheasant's certainly a smart bird, and the more pressure it gets, the wilier it is. And these late season birds, you could tell today, they were educated. They're tough to get on, and once you do, especially if you get a dog that's going to hold a bird late season, you know, much more satisfying. Some very challenging shots. Today was testament of that. Some really tough shots today with that wind and those birds flushing long like that. So certainly a lot more satisfaction hunting late season.
Rooster! Fetch up, Meg.
Good shot, Merrill.
Thank you. This time of the year, the pointers, it's a little tougher sometimes to get the birds to hold, the rhyme runners and the English pointer, and you've seen the two labs that actually pointed for us today too. Early season, the pointers actually work a lot better because the birds aren't so bunched up and they're going to hold a little tighter. This time of the year, the birds have a tendency to really scatter and run before they get up because they're so close together.
Bird in there? Rooster! Oh, good shot!
I really don't know how you would hunt without dogs. I just can't imagine how much trouble we'd have out here hunting without good quality dogs. You know, they make all the difference. You know, whether it's retrieving that winged bird or like today with the pointing dogs, dog on point, there's nothing prettier. There's no comparison between hunting with a dog and without one, especially late season.
Oh, what do you got, Patch? What do you got, buddy? Hold him. Hold him, buddy. Rooster! Oh, good shot! All right. He must have turned around on us there because Patch had a point. Yeah, here he comes with it.
Come, Dee. Come, babe.
Patch still
Come,
thinks
Dee.
there's another one ahead of us here, Tony.
Come, Dee, right here. Here, Dee. Here. Good girl.
Mark and Merrill have done a fine job of creating habitat, knowing that if they did, the pheasants would come, and they encourage other landowners to do the same.
You know, it really doesn't take all that much. Just leaving a food plot in and leaving it over the winter, you know, it doesn't take that many acres, but just, man, the impact. We really cannot believe how quickly we built up a population here just with simply habitat. It's just a pheasant is an amazing bird.
Well, we had an opportunity to see some good dogs at work, and they're the equalizer when it comes to late season pheasants. No better time of the year to hunt them. And if you'd like to take advantage of a hunt like this, dial up my website. We'll tell you how you can arrange a hunt at Broken Arrow Farms. My thanks to the guys who hosted us, our guests on the show today, Merrill Olson and Mark Hogan. I'm Tony Dean. We'll see you next week.